Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Beer Shark 56. God damn.
I love you, Jack.
We've been going for 56 episodes, like 20 or something.
Yeah.
Going for a minute. We're back.
Yeah, man. And in the north,
God damn.
over at Jack's house, and I love coming here because I like to come north, and I like to go past the jewel of the north, being the Costco. Love the Costco.
Still haven't been.
Never been.
Been mentioned a lot.
I feel like if I go now, it'll ruin everything.
Never meet your heroes.
Never meet your heroes. And I've heard really bad things about the Costco. Really nothing good. I just like that it's a massive installment. It's a large installation. It's just too much.
Yeah. It's for, hey, do you need something? Do you need enough shit to put in your Hummer? Do you have too much space in that bad boy?
Yeah. Ever heard of these biscuits?
You never have.
Never.
Aldi's good for that shit.
How many do you need?
You go to Aldi and there's like, hey, here's a peanut biscuits, and the brand is called Peanut Biscuits.
Yeah.
And you're like, well,
is that all they make?
You know what you get. And then there's another one that says Coconut Biscuits in the same font. And you're like, are these two competing or are they the same guy?
Yeah, that's right, because they're complete. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. They do that over there. I fucking love it at the Aldi. I've been going to the Aldi, to be honest.
Get Oreos called like Rollios or something.
Man, you can't say this without you've got to credit Matt Ford with his great joke, his great Aldi joke. So fucking funny, man. Very, very funny.
I forget it. I don't want to.
We can't. But it's so funny. Yeah, it's very, very funny. Yeah. He just takes the piss out of Aldi. He just shits all over Aldi. And it's great.
I know a lot of other people that have Aldi jokes as well. And I hear them do it and I'm like, you wish you were Matt Ford.
Yeah.
You'll never be him.
No. He does it well. He does it right. I'm going to bring this up a little bit.
We're doing mic stands today.
Yeah, and I like it. I'm not sure what to do with my hands, but I figured that out real quick. And I think it's going to be a great podcast.
You've pushed the button. The entertainment button.
Yep.
It's in.
Give it to me. My brother's in Japan. I'm a little bit concerned about him.
Oh, no.
He's in Osaka, I believe. He's been there for years. Been there for a long time. And I'm racist because I just think, well, it's an Asian country. Got to be loaded with corona. Yeah. But it's probably not.
I think they got like 20 cases, like the same as the US.
That's nothing. We got over 100. We got 103.
We got 100.
We have 103 coronavirus. Yeah, which is enough to sink you.
How many of those people are just trying to get off work, though?
No, they're all confirmed cases. That's the point. Confirmed cases, they're all pretty much dead. And also, they've definitely come in contact with other people. So we can expect. I heard an estimate earlier today from a guy who I work with. His name's Brad. And Brad said 45 million are going to die from corona.
Oh, okay. So
45 million.
Just a guy.
45 million with 50% exposure. So 50% of the world's population are going to get coronavirus, and 45 million will die.
So the rest of them, that's not that many, really.
Not when you think.
If you get exposed, you're good, probably.
So what is that? So what's half the world's 50% of the world's population? It's like 3 billion people.
3.5 billion.
3.5 billion get it. 45 million die. That's good odds. That's good odds.
I'll take them. Cough on me, baby.
Let me ask you this. I will not. But let me ask you this. If you could just have coronavirus now, like just give it to me. I've got the corona, and just sort of get it done with, because you can't catch it twice. Once you've had corona, you're immune.
It's like a vaccine.
Right.
Yeah.
So if I could just go, Jack, I'm just going to give you a balls deep corona. That's not how I'd give it to you. But if I just had it in a petri dish, I'm like, just rub your snout in that. Now, you've got corona. You're out for 2 weeks. See, I would do that because I just feel like get it over and done with.
I would like to die from coronavirus. I think that'd be a fun way to go.
You
Not
could.
for the process of it, but just for the confusion of like, hey, remember that guy that hosted Magic Mike last week?
Yeah, he dead.
Corona, he's gone.
He's dead from corona.
Would have been very strange.
Yeah, I don't know if you could die of corona.
If I could. I'm too strong. I spent too long in the dirt.
Yeah.
I've been eating grubs for too long.
Yeah, too many grubs. But if you really got malnutrition and really fucked yourself up, like if you ate only cheeseburgers for a month, like if you trained for it, you could It could kill you.
And when does the training start?
Now.
Oh,
it's
like
just cheeseburgers.
Like if I have the cheeseburgers and then what? Like what's different?
Well, there's no exercise of any type. You have to lie in bed until you get sores. And you just like watching TV.
So Charlie and the Chocolate Factory shit.
Yeah. Stupid television. And then, after 4 weeks of eating only McDonald's, nothing healthy at McDonald's. You're only having like the old school menu.
Coronavirus.
yeah. McDead from Corona. Yeah, but yeah, he's in Japan, and I'm a little concerned. He likes to bring me He likes to bring the family, gifts from Japan, bits and pieces.
Found this at the airport. It's a petri dish.
yeah, like rub your snout in that and get the Corona done with.
It's what they eat, what they drink in the Toyota factory.
He's lovely. He's my little brother, and he's great. But he does bring back some really, how shall I say? He likes to bring back Japanese lollies.
Ah.
Yeah, they're no good.
I had one last week.
What was it?
It was in the shop that we went to. It was in the...
Oh, yes!
In the Lucky 7.
Yeah. The Lucky 7. Shout out to the Lucky 7.
That guy rules.
That guy fucking burned me down,
There's
man.
no one more confident than an immigrant that owns his own business.
Yeah.
And doesn't answer to anyone.
West End, 10 p.m, Monday night.
He's watching a TV show on his laptop.
Yeah, he's watching TV. We come in.
He doesn't stop.
You want a Dr. P?
Yeah, I was getting a DP and a goddamn... I was looking for something. I was looking for Butterfingers.
Yeah. And I said to him, I don't know if I was... I'm giving the guy shit, aren't I? Like, I'm giving him shit.
Well, you noticed the lollies.
Yeah, he had something. He had like a Japanese Copaco type thing. It was like a little...
There was a little package that you couldn't read.
And I loved it. I'm like, what are these? You know, that's right. I scooped them up. That's right. I scooped them up and let them run through my fingers like pearls.
Yeah, like I was like, ooh. As a child.
I'm like, ooh, dude, what are these? And he's just like, he just looked up at me and he just sort of went, He's just so dismissive.
They do not want.
It was like fucking.
Eventually,
all right.
He got out. One of the best question you asked in that scenario was, "Have you had these?" And he's like, "No."
Yeah,
like,
no.
Oh, have you? Really? If I was working here, I'd ttry all this shit. You got heaps of shit. You were really enthusiastic. You're like, I got heaps of stuff here. I'd try all of it. Why haven't you tried all of it? It's like, I sell it. I don't know.
Yeah, that was wrong. Yeah, but he's just like, whatever the fuck. And it was really upsetting to me because I was trying to have a moment with the guy. I'm trying to engage with him. I'm trying to be less racist, and I noticed that he wasn't,
reciprocating. He wasn't.
I definitely noticed that. But I mean, the first thing I noticed was that he wasn't Australian. Mm-hmm. And I'm trying to be friendly to our residents and visitors alike, and I'm trying to, but to him, this was downtown Shanghai, and I was just a fucking round eye. This was his neck of the woods. I was intruding on his territory. That's how that went down.
As soon as you go through the door and it goes, you're in his.
Absolutely, man.
Chinese soil.
Yeah, absolutely, man. That is like, what is it?
That's an embassy.
That's an embassy. That's exactly right. That's a country unto its own. I've walked in there. Jesus, man, he was fucking cranky. I got to tell you,
lollies.
I got to tell you, those lollies would be shit as well.
I had
Leo, was this good?
It was pretty good. It was like a chewy.
Yeah,
it was a chewy, like toffee. But when you bite it, it was goddamn solid.
Did you pay for it, or did you just fucking take it?
10 cents.
Oh, you paid for it?
It was a dime, baby.
Okay, well, that's
no
all
worries.
right. Okay, because I kind of feel like I would have taken one. I wonder what he would have done if I'd just gone, I'm having one of these.
I can kick your ass.
If I just said, I'm having one of these.
I'll take one.
Okay, no way. You're not taking 10 cents off that guy. No fucking way. He didn't get to where he is now by letting round eyes take 10-cent lollies.
Yeah. Give me the... Shit, I don't know the name of the guy on the 10-cent piece.
Give me that thing, you round-eyed fuck.
Yeah, give me that round coin, you round-eyed.
You round-eyed. Yeah. Japanese lollies are terrible. Japanese everything. No, okay, hang on. Let's back it up.
Japan makes some good shit.
Lollies, not one of them. They're candy, like they're biscuits, they're stuff. Terrible.
Small servings as well.
Small servings of... It's less of what you like.
So you like it, but
less of what you like. More. It's rubbish.
That sounds like the tagline.
Leon brought me
Japanese candy. It's less of what you like.
It's less of what you like. It's a seaweed flavored Kit Kat. You might as well put it in your ass.
Get that in you.
Yeah, because it's rubbish. Oh no, it wasn't seaweed. It was you know what it was?
Like
it was
green tea.
Yeah, green tea. Yeah. Green tea Kit Kat doesn't taste like green tea, but more importantly, it doesn't taste like Kit Kat.
So
it tastes like shit. It just tastes like nothing. You're eating it. You know what it is? It's Kit Kat shaped nothing. Seaweed tastes like nothing. And there's this restaurant opened up. I can't get into its location or the name of it because I know some people have an investment in this thing, but it is not good.
Oh, your friends bought a pooper.
Yeah, it's just rubbish. And you go there and they serve you like soup. And I don't know if you've ever had like Chinese soup before, but it's just hot water. It looks like murky. It looks like sewage. I'm not gonna lie. It looks like watery dump water.
Sounds like every soup. I'm not a soup guy.
I don't want soup. I don't go out to a restaurant to have soup.
I don't go to a restaurant to drink.
No, not fucking soup.
If I can't eat the food with a fork or chopsticks, retrospectively,
He got served pork belly that was boiled. And that's not what you're meant to do with that. Boiled pork belly is no. And they gave him chopsticks to eat it with, which you cannot. You've got 50 cent going on in the back.
Oh, we got 50 Cent going in the background?
Yeah,
I can't
yeah.
hear it. Wonder that's
50
coming through on
Cent
the
going?
recording.
Yeah, no, I like it.
Gee, what are we doing? Drop it like it's hot? No, that's
No.
Snoop Dogg.
She finds you in the club, bitch.
Like it's your birthday or something?
Yeah, it's your birthday, bitch.
Yeah.
You know, I'll take you in the club, bitch. You know, like...
50 Cent's Twitter is great.
Oh, really? I don't have it.
There was one where it was like, my grandma's trying to get me to take out the garbage. I'm famous. I don't fucking need this. Like, his Twitter rules, dude.
Oh, that's so funny. He should take out the garbage. He get shot in the face a few times.
He can afford to take it out.
I'd take it out. You're going to let your grandmother take out the garbage on those mean streets? You're 50 Cent.
Yeah, you think your grandmother can take one shot?
Yeah.
Go out and do your 10th.
He got shot in the face.
Yeah, you're 9 out of 10 so far. Wrap it up.
And he's ugly as shit, too.
Man.
50 Cent's not a good-looking guy. He looks like a swollen chipmunk face.
Yeah, 50 Cent's not good looking. Flav is one of the ugliest men in the world.
Yes.
Yes. I don't want to say it.
Say it.
He looks like...
Yeah.
You could go to a certain attraction where they have animals and you could see something that looks a bit like...
Okay.
Flav.
Yeah, okay, I understand. I'm with you. Yeah. No, you should see have you seen the roast of Flav?
No,
it's fucking amazing. It's amazing. It's racial. Holy shit!
Why would you go racial? There's everything else to make fun of him for.
No. It's because obviously there's a lot to make fun of, but also Flavor Flav is very, very dark. He's very, very black. Like black people are giving him shit on this thing. Every black person who got up there was giving him shit for being so black. One guy said he looked like he'd been wrapped up in electrical tape and thrown in a fire. It's amazing.
I remember one time I saw a picture of a black dick, and it looked like someone melted a chocolate cake and wrapped it in saran wrap too tight.
That
was wild. That's still with me.
Oh no. I don't like dicks anyway, but yeah, no.
You gotta have them right.
I don't want that one.
If you're gonna have them.
I've been talking small dick with some friends, and this one chick, friend of mine, was saying she went home with a guy who called himself Poseidon.
Isn't that the god of the sea?
Yeah, but he was talking up his wing wang. He said he's like women call me Poseidon.
Because I'd be pissing on your Sidon.
I don't know. Yeah, I have to piss on my Sidon. Because my wang, my sidearm is too rad. Yeah, so he's got, this huge dick, and he's telling girls about his huge dick. And I couldn't believe it. She's telling me this story, and I'm like, so why'd you go home with him? She's like, because I wanted Poseidon.
You got to check it out.
So it worked. He's telling... See, I've always been shocked by this. I've always been blown away when women say, oh, guys talk themselves up. And I always sort of thought, well, that's a guy who doesn't know what he's doing, because girls don't like it when you talk yourself up too much, when you're so full of shit. But I keep on hearing these stories about these girls going, well, he says he's got the big one.
He's got the hammer.
So I'm going in. And I just think, it works. Maybe I got to start advertising.
Think about this. Every time I'm at an open mic and there's someone that comes up and they start talking, themselves up, and it's like, I'm a big deal in Melbourne. I did the festival last year, and I was doing a podcast with the Arnie Donner boys last week.
Yeah.
And then they always bomb. But you know what? I stick around to see it. I'm going to watch their set.
I'm going to watch them die.
I know it's not going to be good, but guess what? If someone's talking up the Thor's hammer, I'm going to go home and check it out.
If someone gives you Poseidon, though, if you're a girl, and I don't know how their clams work. Their clams, pussy is a mystery to me.
It's Scientology.
I don't have no idea. It's Scientology. I don't know what it is.
You got to take the pussy test.
Man, I told a friend of mine about that episode. We were talking about burping them.
You got to burp the clam.
You got to burp the clam.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh my god, that's so gross." I'm like, "No, you got to burp the clam. You got to burp it. After. You got to burp it, especially if it's your fault and you left a little something there. You got to burp the clam. You're like, oh look, you blew a bubble." And then
like a watch.
No, if you burp the clam and then she blows a cum bubble.
You got to burp the clam to the beat of "Staying Alive" by the Bee Gees. That's how you reinvigorate it.
Burp the clam. Bloop, bloop.
Yeah.
And then and then the cum bubble floats up onto the ceiling where it pops, drips, and then she's which is a move that's patented. Yeah, that's a Pamela Anderson. You can't do that.
God damn.
If you do that on TV, she's coming for your money.
She did that on TV?
No, I'm just saying that anytime I see something particularly like grotesque like that, I always just Pamela Anderson. I don't know why.
She wrote the book.
She wrote the book, baby. I love that woman. I love it. She's got Hep C. Yeah, which would slow you down.
So does Robbie Williams. People with a bunch of issues. All of them rule.
Yeah, Robbie Williams definitely rules.
We were watching a DVD of his.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Recently.
Fucking amazing. What an entertainer. What an entertainer. He's so good.
The most people in one spot to see one person
correct.
in history.
Yes, that's correct. Well, I mean, at the time, I'm not sure who holds it now, but he definitely held it, and that was for Nebworth Castle. I'm not sure on the year, but it was at Nebworth Castle in England, and yeah, it was the largest group of people ever assembled to see one man.
He's just coked out of his mind.
He was fucking wasn't he?
Brought
wasted.
A girl on stage.
Yeah, so he gives a girl herpes live on stage.
Yeah.
He's got this big herp. He's got this big, like, grotesque, like, nodule hanging off his lip. She gets on stage. They start macking on. She doesn't even give a fuck. He grabs her on the ass.
You see, it's two ceremonies then. It's the most people that congregated to see one person.
Yes.
And it's the most televised sexual transmission.
Yes, absolutely. And, and I think I said this to you when we were watching. She thinks... Who cares? It's Robbie Williams herpes.
Hell yeah.
I've got the Robbie Williams. What she doesn't realize that no, you don't have Robbie Williams herpes. You have a Chinese sex worker's herpes via Robbie Williams.
Yeah.
He's had this for 10 minutes. That belongs to her. That's from like a fat businessman 6 months ago.
Yeah.
That's what that is. That is not Robbie Williams. No one has their own brand. That's the whole point. You don't grow it. You get it.
Back.
You get it.
Man.
He
looked like shit in that thing. He looked like shit halfway through.
Really high. Yeah, he burned out quick. He came out looking good, but once he started...
Yeah, I know, Rob. Your nose is falling off. We get
and his fucking face... He was like wearing makeup, so his face starts melting... And then he's just like, ugh. And when he does that one, I think it is Come Undone, he goes right into the camera and he sort of goes... hello, like, hi, ma. Like this face. It's actually fucking pathetic.
He goes, hello?
Yeah. He's like, hello.
Oh, God.
English, like, hello.
I didn't know it was English for ages.
Oh, yeah, he's proper British.
The best Robbie Williams song was the damn theme song from Johnny English.
Yeah.
He wrote that shit.
Yeah, well, maybe.
Oh, he performed it.
Man, I saw this, I don't know if it was 60 Minutes or it was maybe it was hard copy, like the American thing, but it was something, and it had this producer, songwriter, who was talking about collaborating with Robbie Williams for one of his records, and Robbie just completely ripped him off, just said, I wrote all that shit, and just bummed him, just bums rushed him out of the studio and just like, that's all my shit, and just totally fucked him. And at the time I was like, because I love a villain, and I was like, I hope that's true and I'm on Robbie's side, and I know it's wrong, and if it happened to me I'd be very, very cranky. Of course, like, you've written all these songs, this dude's just stolen them, he's gonna make tens of millions of dollars from your shit, but at the same time I kind of want Robbie to be bad. Like, I want him to be bad. In that video, he's so good, but also so bad.
Robbie does look like a Aldi Wolverine. Like if Wolverine managed a Coles.
Yeah. And all Coles there's always a Wolverine somewhere in the back. They keep him back. They keep him back there. They thaw him out like at the start of the workday, and then they put him back in the deep freeze.
They let him off when 5. They let him off when there's 10 packets of toilet paper left.
Yeah. Guard these. Yeah. 1 packet per customer,
or else.
Yeah, Wolverine's gonna get you. He's gonna give you Coles herpes.
That's how the whole thing started.
Yeah. It's okay. It's Coles herpes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. It's fucking Wolverine herp. You know that shit.
Yeah,
and
coronavirus is just a Coles Wolverine herp.
I would love it if this whole coronavirus thing was just a ploy to sell more TP. Like, that's what it is.
What if the whole thing was a ploy to sell more Robbie Williams records?
I'd like that too. As long as in the future that's how we refer to it.
Robbie Williams disease.
Remember the Robbie Williams disease where everyone went out and bought like swing when you're winning, sing when you...
Yeah, the antidote is in the vinyl.
Yeah.
You have to chew it.
And toilet paper, because it's so bad you'll shit. So you have to get 20. Man, you know what's funny? I was at the Toombul Coles earlier today. No toilet paper, but where the toilet paper is, they'd put handy ultra wipes, like marked up, stupidly expensive. So they weren't where the hand towels should be. Whole bunch. It's purposeful. They're placed where the toilet. So it's basically just like wipe your ass with this for too much money.
Wet wipes?
No. These are like...
Paper towel.
Oh. Yeah, and they put them where the toilet paper normally is, and it's like, yeah, buy these, you pieces of garbage.
The move
Wipe
is...
your ass with this.
You go to KFC.
Yeah.
Get as many meals as you want. Or one. Okay, your choice. Then just ask for a shitload of the wet wipes. You're good.
The wet wipes, yeah. The KFC is
well.
That is luxury. I've been... I ran out of toilet paper.
Damn.
Yeah. I've been using Glad Wrap. Which is
what, like
mixed results.
You're wrapping the Glad Wrap over the toilet and then you putting it up like a heroin bag and flinging it?
No, just...
I think you should try my method.
It might work better.
Turn it into an 8-ball.
To be honest, I'm fed up with the Glad Wrap. It's pretty gross. Yeah. Not particularly effective.
Yeah, I think Glad Wrap over the lid is the move. Or...
That's just a trick to fuck people up when they go to shit.
And then when they shit, you can collect it and store it safely. Pocket it for later.
No, Jack.
Or you can go the KFC route, which I knew a dude that had a KFC wet wipe at his dinner or whatever, and it said like lemon.
Lemon scented.
Yeah,
of course.
And I think he just saw like some sort of flavor in the packet, so he took it and wiped the chicken down with it because he thought it was like he thought it was
great.
a topping.
Oh, that's great.
You apply it
that's wonderful. And it would have given flavour.
It would have given something.
Antiseptic, but it might have like wiped off that delicious crunchy nugget covering that the chicken is in.
Yeah, you got to keep it greasy.
You wouldn't do that on a hot and spicy, I can tell you that. You take that spice right off.
If you eat enough hot and spicy, you'll need a wet wipe later.
If I had toilet paper at home, I would get some of that hot and spicy chicken.
You can't do that.
So good
while you're on the brink.
Oh, you're out. You're out on a limb. Yeah. I already asked Andy Davis. I'm like, Davis, you got any TP?
He's been shitting near your house for years.
I know. He owes me. Favor. He fucking owes me. Of all the things he owes me toilet. And I said to him, hey, man, you got any? I'm out of rolls, man. Can you spare me a roll? He's like, what? I said, do you have any toilet paper? He's like, yeah, we stocked up. I'm like, can I trouble you for he's like, no.
Oh, no.
Coronavirus.
Traitor.
He's like, I'm sorry. And I said, but what if I get, quarantined? What if I'm stuck at home? He's like, when that happens, text me.
Oh.
I'm like, but I need some right now as well. He's like, sorry, buddy. So shout out to Andy Davis, you motherfucker. And left me with Glad wrap.
With the Glad wrap. What about bacon paper? I feel like that'd be a little more abrasive but more absorbent.
Bacon paper?
Yeah. You know, the goddamn non-stick.
Baking paper. Thought you said bacon paper.
Oh, bacon
right.
paper.
Baking paper. Yeah, no. I feel like that would be kind of crinkly. I don't know about baking paper. Certainly not aluminium foil. That's really...
Yeah, Glad wrap really is the best choice, I guess.
That's what I went with. There were tea towels in there as well, but they didn't last long.
Are you a folder or a scruncher for the Glad wrap?
Folder, come on.
But how are you getting anything from that? You need to scrunch with the Glad wrap specifically.
Oh, yeah, okay, I'm sorry, yeah. Because, you know what? I have been folding it.
I think you'd have more luck if you scrunch it up.
Get off the crunchy butts. You might be right. Okay, shit, man.
Getting off the crunchy parts is what I called it when I committed to a woman.
Then there's, of course, the garden hose. You can't have a brown shower. You got to go to the laundry.
I wasn't even picturing you hosing out your ass. I was picturing you wiping your ass with a garden hose. Just with the hose. Yeah, flossing with it.
No. But yeah, the hose. That's the tool. That's where you're going with the garden hose.
What about a linisher with a bit of polish on it?
I don't know what that is.
Polish, with a bit of cotton. It's like a sander, like a sanding belt.
Oh, no.
But not sand.
No.
It's tissue paper.
No.
So
it sounds like a good idea, but what happens is the tissue paper tears or becomes fatigued and rips away, leaving you with the hard, abrasive... You know, and it doesn't take long. It happens real quick. Next thing, you got half a sander hanging out of your ass. You're like, that was a bad idea. Or worse, your anus comes apart from your backside and then is now like strapped to the thing, and it just rips away. It basically skins you from the asshole.
It's just that in slow motion, and in the background, it's like, I've come undone.
My asshole. I'm imagining like a
ribbon of sorts.
My asshole is a ribbon around a sander. A sanding belt. It's become a sanding belt.
And it seemed to me you lived your life like a ribbon around a sander.
What a thing. God damn. And that wouldn't be good for anything. That's half your butthole
Got some good ideas out there for wiping your ass now. Though.
Well,
I think we're solving real problems.
Well, you've got some plants around the place. You could go native. Go native on it. Nature boy.
Yeah, start clicking your tongue more. Everyone will love it.
Yep.
It's very woke of you. You're embracing culture.
Yeah, I don't know. I know that it's disgusting. I have been camping a couple of times as a kid. Never go camping now, but I do remember giving it a go. You know what a stinging nettle is?
That's a type of leaf, right? Like
it's a type of leaf.
It's got little things on it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, well, I was only young. I was like a kid, and my brother told me that this is the particular plant that you would use in such a situation, and I was probably four or 5 years old.
Is he the one in Japan now?
No, my older brother did this to me.
Damn it.
Yeah, he also brought along methane in a can, which is like fart juice in a can, so that when you're asleep in your tent, he comes in and this shit. You know what I'm talking about? Is it methane or what is it? It smells. It's rotten egg spray. That's what it is. It's rotten egg spray. That's what it was called. Rotten egg spray, and it smells like rotten eggs, and it makes you dry reach and or puke. And I remember after the stinging nettle fiasco, I was in my tent with my friend David. Nothing weird, we're just kids. And he sprayed the rotten egg spray in there on us. And I dry reached, but David vomited on me, right on my chest.
Half of being a teenage boy is having an assortment of sprays and creams to trick your fellows.
Yeah. So, yes, it starts with tricking your friends.
I never knew where they go.
It ends up with time alone.
Did I tell you about the time I had a joke pen?
Okay.
It was one of those stinging pens, like one of the electric voltage.
Yeah, I know the one. Yeah.
And we gave them to people, these fucking cowards, and they pressed them once. They're like, fucking gave it back and shit.
Yeah.
One Russian girl, this is year 5. She's already 7'3" with a full beard.
Of course.
We give her.
Yeah.
We give her this pen.
Yeah.
Yeah. She holds the shit down and just stares at us. And just like you can see her arm tensing. It's working.
She's a hard bitch.
She's like tensing her muscles and shit, but she's like refusing to give in.
Like, I'm tough.
And then she just takes the pen and snaps it in half. She's like, I broke.
I break.
It's broke.
Also, I've shit myself.
I need my mushka.
Why'd you break my pen, Olcha? It made me shit myself. Fair enough.
You make me shit, I break you.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah, my brother had another thing. My older brother had this other thing where he, it's like tough guy bullshit. He told me once that him and his friend were on the Gold Coast somewhere, and some street toughs were hassling some kid, and they're out the front of this pub or club or whatever, and they're smoking cigarettes, and these kids are like picking on this fucking guy. So my brother says that he takes a cigarette out, and then he just puts it out on his own hand.
Shit, yeah.
And he's telling me this, and instead of being like, wow, that's so tough, I was just like, wow, you really are a fucking moron.
Yeah.
Like, why would you?
Dumb shit moves.
Wouldn't you just flick the cigarette at the dickheads, or he put it out on his hand
on them?
I don't know if he actually did that, but that was the story, and I was like, God, that's right. I mean, he may have done it. He was pretty crazy. He did a lot of crazy things. It's 50-50.
Stranger things have happened.
He's done way more daft things that cause harm to himself, and others. So I guess it's possible, but it's not my move. It's not something I would do. It seems like a very, very strange thing. Do you know how much that would fucking hurt? And the whole thing is, just like Olka, is the point is that you're not showing pain, which is meant to intimidate. But to me, it's just like, you're doing my job for me. Like, if I see a dude trying to intimidate me and puts a cigarette out on his hand,
your health bar's
I'm just
75%.
Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it. I'm just like, if I go back in and come out again, will you do that again? Because I could do this all fucking day. Yeah. Could you?
If you keep doing it enough, they'll be out of steam and you're safe.
Man, fuck yeah. It's not a good idea. I don't know. I just sort of like it. I just like the idea of it. I like it when when being a tough guy goes bad. Yeah,
you can overdose on being tough.
It's almost always a mistake. When you're strong, act weak. When you're weak, act strong. Right? And I've found if you just act like nothing has phased you and you're totally fine. This is what it is. I feel like the cigarette out on the hand is overkill. That's a tell. That's like, you're full of shit.
I want to impress these hot boys.
Yeah. If a dude does that,
come over here. Look at me. I'm putting the cigarette out.
You're trying way too hard. Like a proper tough guy's not going to do that, because that really hurts. Yeah, it's a really dumb thing to do.
You don't get tough from doing that.
No, that's not one of the things that makes you tough.
Every time you do that, you got to recover.
Yeah,
and that's not how you get tough. You got to take time out. If you want to recover.
You got to take time off your tough guy business.
That's right.
I mean, you got to be repossessing cars, you got to beat up your girlfriend. You got a lot on your plate as a tough guy.
You got to miss the fucking punching ball at the gym and hit the steel by accident.
And then hit it again to show that you meant that shit.
Yeah.
And your boys are like, God damn, he's just fucking speedballing the steel beam, man. My God, man. And then he's like, oh shit, he's having a cigarette. Yeah. He's only took 2 puffs, then he put it out on his face.
They call it old Weld Breaker James.
Weld Breaker James would just walk around doing ridiculous tough guy shit all the time, and he would think that like everyone's impressed, but they're really just following him, just going, wow, this guy's an idiot. It would be such a good cartoon. Just a tough guy who is a legitimate lunatic, but then just gets like beaten up by just some regular he gets beaten up by like a dad who thinks he's like I don't know, like he kicks the ball over a fence or something. One of his tough guy maneuvers is like, watch how high I can kick it. And he kicks the ball and it kind of bounces over the neighbor's fence, and he looks over the fence and it's just a kid like an infant in the pool, and the dad sees him, he's like, hey. It's just like a regular dad with a pot belly, just beats the piss out of him in front of his friends. He's like, God, he's desperately trying to light a cigarette as he's getting pummeled.
He's trying to light it and put it out at the same time.
It's like, you should be scared of me. You should be scared. You're like, no, don't you look over my fence, you perv. Yeah.
I think that's why. What's the guy's name? The Popeye. I think that's why people liked him so much. They just walked around being like, yo, look at this fat cunt.
Yeah.
Look how fast he can eat some vegetables.
Yeah.
And look at him eat a ship.
Yes.
He ate a boat. What's he doing?
Yeah.
Send him to jail.
But he was anti-DV. He didn't like domestic violence. He was the
Betty
first.
Boop was getting knocked around.
Yeah. Remember there was the other sailor, the big guy. I forget his name, but he was always trying to get the stink bag, the real olive oil.
Was it Betty Boop?
No, olive oil. She was like olive oil was the woman, the object of Popeye's affections, but she was kind of like with this other guy, this big sailor guy who could beat the shit out of Popeye. Popeye had to do his spinach. It was the only way he could beat him. By the way, spinach is a euphemism. He was definitely on drugs, and he was like a sailor. He had this crazy like sailor tats on his forearms and shit, and he would have to do the spinach so he could beat up the guy, and the guy would just grab olive oil by the neck and just drag her off. And Popeye's just like, well, I can't let this go down, but first I've got to put a cigarette out of my hand and eat a bag of spinach, and then I'm gonna fuck him up.
It's way less cool if you don't picture the can. If it's just a cold bag of spinach, just mixed greens.
If he has to go and pick it first, and then he's got to wash it,
Yeah.
Just
a little sieve.
He's like, olive oil, and stay strong. I'll be back in a couple of days. I can't do this guy without spinach. I'm fresh out.
I'm out of spinach, baby.
You really got to stop hanging out with this guy.
I can't simp without my spinach.
You got to change your dress, baby.
All right.
We're done?
Yeah, we're overtime. A little bit of extra for you boys and girls.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye.